Hello, let's start a new series here as Turkiye, or as Turkiye was known before as the Ottoman Empire. We have a little bit less population than France, and we even have worse literacy and worse everything than Russia. So this will be a challenge. Let's go. And during this time, or maybe, maybe it was something that historians said later, maybe, but Ottoman Empire was sometimes known as the sick man of Europe. They needed to reform the society. They had like, compared to the Western countries, they lagged behind in a lot of reforms. As we can see here, don't have a single good reform, and we even have slavery still. So we are like, nothing is good here in the reforms, no institutions. The only good thing is that our Sultan, Mahmud Osmanoglu, and his son both are part of the intelligentsia group. That means that we have some more chances to make reform than, for example, when we played as Russia, then the Tsar of Russia was part of the landowners. So let's see if we can invite some agitators. Doesn't look like that. So this sick man of Europe, it's a quest to remove this sick man of Europe. We have 30 years to do it. If we don't, we have a power block here, an empire here. Then we will lose the empire, and the power block will get disbanded. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 reforms here, and we have to make at least 4 of them. If we don't, then basically, we have to do them. So let's see what quests we have. We have to reclaim Syria. Ottoman Empire was defeated by Greece maybe 20 years ago, and then 5 years ago we were defeated by Egypt. And Egypt didn't only get liberated, they also took our subject Hejaz, and they took these parts here, Syria, Lebanon, Palestine, and Jordan. So we have to take these ones back. Unfortunately, you cannot do it. We have reclaim casus belli, but we don't have enough maneuvers to take everyone. So we will need to do 2 wars against Egypt, and it won't be hard to defeat Egypt. Egypt is like same as us, but we have an anti-Russian league. We are a rival with the Russians, and what happened historically was that Russia tried to invade Turkey. I think it was 1852, and then France and Britain helped us. So we have a Ottoman to represent this in game. We have a lobby to get friends with Britain and France. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna improve with these ones, and to take Egypt, there is like a special event, so European powers likes us a little bit more, so it's less likely that they would intervene. But a country like Austria, we have to be very afraid of them. So after we have improved with France and Britain, we will improve with Austria. And definitely the best would be if we could get like a defensive pact with a major. And Britain would like, actually, they would do that if we give them an obligation, and I'm definitely gonna do that. Then we are safe. Then we are relatively safe from wars. And what I'm also going to do is I'm also going to improve with Austria. We would like to take back Greece, Egypt, and maybe do some war here in the Middle East and Africa, and try to improve our influence. So let's let's see, where should we do our these ones? Maybe New England, maybe here, maybe Iberia, just so we can do some trading here, maybe Germany. So that will allow us to do some trading here in those regions. It would be good to improve the army. We can do line infantry. We could also improve with mobile artillery and lancers, but we have very little money. So I'm going to start with some texts that give us more money. One thing that would be good would be this one. It's less infamy against unrecognized powers. So we get less infamy when we attack Egypt. Stock exchange is good for better mappy, and then maybe some production techs, and then maybe some more authority and some influence. Let's start with that. We have a lot of authority here, and we should try to we can't suppress them because they're a part of the government. So let's look at the other quests here. We will try to do these ones. Reclaim Syria. We have a truce with them until 1840, so we can't do anything. The other thing that we need is we need to get our we need to get urban centers in like most of our states. So let's look at that quest. That means that everyone should join us. So let's look at the urban centers here. As you know, an urban center cannot be built. An urban center, let's read here what it says. It requires urbanization. And urbanization, it requires urbanization. Let's see if it's the let's see, it should be here somewhere that we can see how they get built, because you don't build them, they get created automatically when we have enough urbanization. So let's read here. It says I'm going to go to the what is it called, the Vicky, and read what it says there for you. So So it works like this. Each 100 urbanization in a state creates one urban center. This is reduced by 10% by joint stock companies, investment banks, and corporate governance. And then after all those free trades, only 50 urbanization is needed. Let's see if we have joint stock companies. No, joint stock companies is here, so we will need 100. So let's see what state does not have any. Let's maybe it's easier just to go here and see. Here is one urban center. Here is no urban center here in southern Serbia. Here's no here. No here, no here. Here's one. There's no. So here would be possible to do some development. Here is no either. So okay. So just to get an overview where they are and not. So we will work on that later. Next is this an education reform, and it requires that we have 5 universities in one city, and we need literacy greater than 20%. We will probably need to reform our school system to do that. Then we need to modernize the army, and to do that we need to research Napoleonic warfare, and we can't have any irregular infantry. This is quite an expensive to upgrade everyone. It's quite an expensive stuff. Then we need to suppress the separatists. So basically we have a lot of nationalities in our empire, and many of them want to get free like the Egypt and the Greek did. So when we get kind of different kind of events, like, then we have to choose so we don't get a civil war. And here is the bureaucratic reform. We have a bureaucratic reform. We have a modifier here, outdated bureaucracy, that gives us like this. And to do that, we will need to not have hereditary bureaucrats and not have land-based taxation. So those 2 reforms are important. So let's see what we need to do before we can get rid of hereditary bureaucrats and land-based taxation here. Let's start with those. Bureaucrats, we can't change this one here. So this would be fine. And land-based taxation cannot change to this one because we can't have traditionalism as our law. And I think we can't change traditionalism if we have like this one cannot be changed because we have serfdom. So it's serfdom, change the economic law, and then we can change the taxation policy. So that's I think we have seen what we need to do. So let's go for we have a question here. Should we go for homesteading or for tenant farmers? This will radicalize the landowners, and this will only give -8. So let's do that one, because I don't want to radicalize the strongest interest group in the country. Okay, and then looks like we have too many man of wars. I'm just gonna delete 2 so we don't have that pop up. We can't afford. And let's promote it. So now it's time to start building. For example, universities. Where do we have a lot of job seekers? We have it in Albania and in Thessaly. We have, let's see, what kind of discrimination law do we have? I have national supremacy. That means that I think only Turkish is accepted. So I think here Albanians and Greeks are discriminated. So we should focus to develop Turkish. Så maybe in Hudavändingar och Aruseum. Maybe let's make Hudavändingar the place to build the universities. Why not? So let's queue up them. that's our start, and maybe it's time to let's build some construction sectors here, and maybe one couple of this, and maybe expand the paper mill, something like that, and put them to the top. And because this is the place that we are, as I am developing, I'm going to put in a road thing, and I'm just gonna lower and raise taxes because we're kind of short on money here. So let's do some taxes. It would be good if we can get this, what is it known as the if grain gets very expensive, then we can get something known as corn laws, and that will help the liberalization of the country. Let's also look at our leader. We have the Osmanoglu family, and he's ambitious. So we have less the Krig cost, so maybe we should use that. But I need the money. So let's start the game now, and they accepted our pact. That's good. And we're losing rank. That's not so good. Why are we losing rank? Is it because this one gives less prestige? Yeah, this one gives less prestige. So I can't remove that one because that I will lose the rank then. We lost a lot of this when we lost the card for from the landowners because they were not so happy with our try to do this. Before we can attack anyone, we have to. Russia has to be involved in a war before we can attack someone, but because they are our rivals, so they will just try to attack us. Otherwise, they will support our enemies. That's because I have no plan like to go to war now, so it doesn't matter if I have some infamy here. It was good that the day we did defensive pacts for Britain. I guess that the only reason they wanted that is because we have a common rival in the Russians. So you can have 3 setbacks before you have to give up and do something else. Yeah, we are stockpiling gold. And that means that I should probably do a few more of these here because I can afford it. I didn't look at the trading. I should look at the trading also, of course. I want to make that one more expensive, so let's see if I can export. I can't. So. Coffee is cheap, so it's expensive, so let's import. There was no one that wanted it really. Let's import anyway. Okay, so luxury furniture and luxury clothes is too cheap, so I'm gonna change the production methods here. Someone then to make them more profitable, and one for here too. Let's wait a week and see what happens. They are still overproduction here. Can we export this one? Yeah, there we can do that. So let's do that. It's good to trade with France and Britain because we would like to build. Would kind of like to build, what is it called, relations there. Something like that would be good. Yeah, that's bad. Petty bourgeoisie joins the Britain. love Britain. Britain is gonna help us when Russia invades. Rural folk is not, they're still being, rural folk is still being like a weak group, so that's fine. Okay, I'm not looking if they are doing some play, they are not. This passed, that's good. Yeah, I can't start a play before Russia is being occupied. Okay, so we can have a new interest. Let's do that. Maybe China, so we can start trading with China. They're guaranteeing our independence. That's perfect. Bad here. This annexion loss. Okay, we have an illegitimate government, so you have to reform here. So let's kick the landowners out. They don't like us because we are trying to do these tenant farmer reforms. Established a university is completed, that's nice. Let's try to go for this one, I guess. This empiricism. Okay, it's going good for the better, at least better for the tenant farmers. So how much infrastructure do we have here? So after this one is done, we will start to improve something else. So now we should have 5 universities here. Yes, that's good. So let's remove this one. So we have done what we can here. So let's work for the urbanization reforms. So let's look at Bosnia, for example. To get, we have an urban center here. Maybe in Albania, we have 0 here, and we have 90 urbanization, so we need 100. So what we should do is build up, so we get 100. This one gives 10 urbanization per level, so that's fine. Let's go for one of these here. Okay, let's go for next place here. Here we have 59 urbanization, that's kind of small. Here's 40. 56. It's 50. So this one is okay. Like yeah, this one gives 20. So we have 65 here. So we need 15. So maybe one of these and tobacco and one factory. There is not enough shopkeepers, maybe 2 farms instead. Something like that. Then that should be fine. What about this one? It's 30. This one has 56. So maybe one. Should be enough here. That's 40 organization. Let's start with that. I'm gonna put up the construction sectors on top because we can afford more of these. We can't tolerate one more setback, then we have to give up on the tenant farmers. They have a defensive pact with Greece, so we can give up to reclaim Greece. It's only 7% now. It's not. This game doesn't begin so well for us. So they are getting angry. can't put them in government even. Before the revolution, I will just like if it looks like the revolution is succeeding, then then obviously we'll have to cancel the tenant farmer enactment. Okay, there is a stock exchange. Should help our money situation. Cotton gin. Yeah, it's time to give up on this one. Let's try something else. Try to change this one. What about the grain prices? Can we? It's only 12%. What do they think now, these ones? They are not... They're pretty neutral now. And Russia still hasn't done any wars. If... Our universities make it so that we have a fine research rate now. Okay, France made a block. Let's see what they are. They are a trade league. Still artillery shortage. I don't want to be an enemy of us. Yeah. Okay, because it looks like we need more arms industry. Let's see which the next one that we should get building size. Maybe here. What does it says? 50. So let's do arms industry and artillery foundry, and maybe something like that. That should be enough. Let's do that. Send in army. That's good. More support for the reform. increase autonomy here in Tunis. Let's do that. I'm looking for Russia when they are doing a war, then I can start my own war. I could attack Egypt right now, but I'm just so afraid that they will intervene, the Russians. That's why I'm not doing it yet. Let's push through that one. How's the urbanization going? Yeah, it's going quite good. We're working on that one. Okay, let's see if we can improve the production methods here. We are lacking qualifications. Let's see if there is any place where we have qualification for it. Yeah, I can do it here. I got some change there. Russia side with Tuscan aristocratic revolt. Yeah, Austria and Russia is supporting different sides. This is what we have waited for. Then it's time to attack Egypt, because Russia will be busy fighting Austria. So this is a good place to stop episode 1. Next episode we will attack Egypt. Thanks for watching.